Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have the brand new, just released UDIRC short course truck. So we're out here today, kind of like my short course test track, and across the street is the drift course. So we're going to take this one out today, just have some fun. Not a review, just have some normal fun driving an RC car. All right, everyone, before we get going, I just want to recap, just in case you didn't watch the review, because maybe reviews aren't your things. Let me just please touch on a few things that are really cool with this car. I'm going to start off with something that you're not going to expect of something this size, and that is a center diff. Yes, this has a center diff. This is brushless power. I forget the kV. I think it's like a 4800 kV. I'll put it up here if I mess it up. This has a 60 amp ESC. And is not a 2-in-1 like you might get with the Grommer Mini. Oh no, actually the Mini Traxxas does not do 2-in-1. So, anyhow, yeah, so we have a separate receiver, 3-wire servo, all normal, very good electronics in here. We have some pretty cool lights on here. We have threaded shocks for easy adjustment. And just one cool looking RC. Guys, let me know. I remember when I went to Wales, I had some LTW stickers, and everybody's like, man, these things are too big for RC cars. So I finally went around to getting some smaller decals that fit RC cars. So, yeah, so like I said, if you missed a review, if you want to watch the review, go ahead and check that out. But also, if you're interested in this RC, there'll be a link down below. Also have a 5% discount code for you if you buy from UDIRC. And yeah, so it's been a fan. I really like this thing. Front to back, there's a full skeleton that supports the roof to here. It goes all the way, there's a whole undercage in here, and plastic chassis, 3S. Let's go have some fun. Oh yeah, and away she goes. Look at this thing. It's just... This thing is a blast to drive. Oh no! All right, self-recovery mode. I'm trying to get you guys some nice low-down pictures here. So this is kind of like my rig. This transmitter does not really lend itself to this very well, but this is the price of doing business. So trying to get you some nice, I tightened the suspension up a little bit, and that might be bad because now it seems like it's just wanting to flip left and right. Yeah, I gotta loosen that up. All right, I want to test this out on a little rougher terrain than what we had on the review. Oh no! Oh, good. I'll tell you what, I'm really impressed with something this small. It's as soon as you say that word, good, impressed, or something, it's a cue for the RC to flip. Every time. Let's see. Oh wow. Guess I should have paid attention where I'm going. Probably gonna have to do had this set up. This is the way I normally do it. I have the GoPro, or not even Go, just the Insta360 clamped to the transmitter, because you know, I know you've probably seen like Kevin Talbert's got like the GoPro mount down there, and they do like that, or you do use a cell phone mount. But when you're doing like all new stuff like this all the time, you have to come up with something. You can't always just put like a mount. So I'm trying to do something a little different here. Oh, using 2 cameras, so I'm not that I don't really have a routine down for doing this. I'm trying to bring some better videos for you. So anyhow, this is what I call like my short course, because it's got a lot of tree roots, but we're like wide open too. So this is like kind of a really good area for short course stuff. See, it's quite bouncy in here, so looks to me like the front, I probably maybe thin out that front shock oil a little bit. Ooh. Like I said, I might thicken that center diff up some, so that way I can power through, because I can see what's happening here is on the turn, the front tires are ballooning. It's driving a lot of power to the front. That's why it's not snapping that back end around, and it tends to a little easy, but the fact is you got a good do you not see my freaking police lights? Get off my car. I mean, guys, seriously, like, all honesty, man, I'm really blown away that something this small does this good out here. All right, over here at the drift area. I love this spot, man. It's freaking awesome for drifting around. Unfortunately, see some of this green mesh stuff that's sticking up. I've had that get caught up in RC cars as it gets stringy. Oh yeah. This does really good in a low traction environment like this. I'll tell you what, man, it's good to see the smaller companies coming out with some fierce competition. I know we've been minied and grommed out, and hopefully we'll see some larger scale stuff, 10th scale plus, from companies like UDIRC. I will actually mention it to them. Tell them, you know, that's kind of like what we're craving. And, you know, see if we can't maybe. Woo! Look at it going through the grass. Yeah, it's a bit bouncy. I do need, for me, I feel like I need to. Yeah, the front shocks are a bit bouncy. And they feel a little stiff when I push on, so I'll probably like thin that shock oil a little bit and thicken this center diff. You know, it's all you tune it to how you drive. I might even have to, you know, once I do the center diff, I might have to fine tune the front and rear diffs, but you know, you just do one step at a time, figure out what works. You don't go crazy and try to do everything at once, because then you'll never figure out, because if it's still doing something wrong, maybe one thing interacted with another and you shouldn't have touched it. But out of the box though, performance wise, this thing is just great, man. I'm really, you know, you guys know me, I kind of like the larger scale. The 6 scale, the 1/7 is kind of like my sweet spot. I like the 5th scale, but man, they are heavy. They're also expensive, but and usually, you know, these small cars, just when you're going through grass like this, they're not heavy enough to stay planted, but this thing actually has some pretty decent weight, surprisingly, for something that is a plastic chassis. The weight comes from the quality of the components, the heat sink and the fans that are on both the ESC and the motor. which is probably why it's like 85 degrees out and we have not thermaled this. Now this does have a gyro. Let's add a little bit. See if we can't. On the street, it's really, really sensitive. Oh yeah, look at that. Gyro's making a huge. Oh no. And guys, I'm really blown away. You know, they made it was, I think, the 1610S, the dark steel. It's a stunt truck. And I mean, man, it was fast. It's fast. It's got a ton of power, but you can't drive it like this. It's not a drivable RC. It's a skate park stunt truck. This here is a driver's delight. If you are a ground pounder like me and you want a good running short course truck, here you go, man. Oh no. Ooh. As I'm really blown away. The only thing I hope they would offer this maybe in blue. I'm not a fan of green, but I know some of you are. Some of you are. If you look at my sticker, that's why I got teal. My stickers all have teal or some kind of blue in them. I really can't believe this thing's going. Well, I do got a really good Turnigy battery in here. And those things. Oh, there we go. I jinxed it talking about it. Let's see if I get this thing back to the car. Probably not. Holy moly, it did it. All right, check it out. I got the Yeti out here. I'm gonna bike. There's a walking multi-use trail access. I'm gonna do that. Me and RC Guy Garage have a competition to see who can lose more weight and see if we can get skinnier than Earl Moorhead. But hey, check it out. So this does not come with a battery. This one here by Turnigy, it's a 3300 milliamp hour high discharge LiPo. And I tell you, I'm really, really impressed with these Turnigy batteries. It does a great job on powering all these RCs. And I have a discount code, and I'll leave a link if you want this battery. And anything you buy from Hobby King is 5% with L2W. But man, let me know what you think of this RC in the comments down below. I know small scale stuff isn't everybody's forte, but man, you gotta admit, they're making some great cars and some serious competition for the big boys out there. You guys know I keep it honest here, and if I have an issue with an RC, I'm gonna let you know. And so far, I'm really thoroughly happy with this RC. I think it's going to get better with a little fine tuning, but no RC is perfect out of the box, and just about everything I have, I've had to do some kind of tuning to get it to where I want it. So that's not an issue, just changing some oil, something like that. Yeah, very happy with this RC. Hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope this format comes out okay. I have it in my head how I want to do this. Overlay the two videos, and that way you hear me talking, but then at the same time you'll see like the low cut footage. But I'm also adding the telemetry so you can see what the RC speed and all that is, and I can only overlay on the camera that the GPS is hooked to, which is this one. And look, I know I can't say it enough, for those of you that shop my Amazon store or just start at my store, buy your coffee, whatever it is on Amazon, thank you so much. Look, just to shoot today's video, 2 Insta360 cameras, the one that you see here, the one that I use down below. The GPS is the Insta360. This is a preview screen, so you might be able to see. I know it's really hard to. So you can actually see yourself in the screen, and I can do all adjustments on here. But the GPS is in this, so that's why it's looking dirty, because I had to strap it to the RC. And you might have seen it underneath. There was a weird. And I had like a rubber band to keep the wrist from this wrist strap from flopping around, because I couldn't get it to go otherwise. But so if you saw something weird, that's what it was. So, yeah, and you know, I got the DJI mic, so it's a lot of money and equipment to run these channels. It's surprising how much goes into it. Laptops, SD cards have to be changed out every year or so. Batteries, I just had to buy 2 batteries for my DSLR. So, those of you that shop, if you're gonna buy anything from A-Main, Tower, or Horizon, uh, I have affiliate links down below. No matter what you buy, please just start at that. And you know, if you want to buy this, use that link. This all helps me fund and run the channel. And I hate being repetitive, but it truly does help. So, because I put way more into this channel than I make on YouTube. So, but I do it for the fun. I do it for the hobby. Because without great cars like this, competition gets stale. It gets stagnant. We can already see the response. The companies from China making great cars, this and some other companies. Look, now we have like Minis and Groms, and they felt the threat. This is what I'm thinking in my head, at least. You know, I feel like they felt the threat and they had to respond with some smaller cars. So the competition drives innovation and other good stuff. So this is why we have, you know, good cars. But I will mention it to UDIRC. Maybe we can get them to get 10th, or maybe even like a 7 scale. That would be freaking awesome. All right, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you liked watching the little short course truck run, and have some fun. Go get you an RC. Go out there, have some fun. You don't have to spend a lot of money to be into the hobby. This is a little bit on the pricier end. They do have a cheaper, like Raid Shark, which I've had a video on. You can buy it, slowly upgrade it, make it insanely fast. And there's other options out there as well. Check out my review folder. I have all kinds of cars from all kinds of price ranges. All right, everyone. Appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. See you next time.